Hello everybody, and thank you for watching our video, or at least starting. So we are team number 1 with members Ilona, Siiri, Marjukka, Astrid and me, Minna. So we're going to give out the presentation about the Amazon case given by Harvard Business School. So Amazon must be the most famous and known online store that ever exists or ever has existed. Amazon provides basically everything from used clothes to ready-to-build houses. Behind Amazon during its time of success has been the CEO Jeffrey Bezos. Bezos has had a strong vision that growth and investments in new business areas are the priority number 1 that goes over profit. And here we can actually tune in to the Amazon revenue from 1995 to 2015. So as the CEO has stated, good future investments and growth are bigger priorities than profit. Here we can see the revenue for Amazon, and it has been rapidly increasing after 2009. And just by looking at this figure, it would seem that Amazon is doing well. The profitability should be good and the stakeholders should be happy. But what happens when we look at the operating profit percentage of revenue? From this slide, we can see Amazon's profit percentage, and it's not as positive as the revenue figure would have let us assume. This figure presents well the CEO's goal of prioritizing growth and investments. There's nothing bad about these goals, but as you can see, Amazon has been doing is this investment game quite a long time, from year 2002 to 2016 to be precise. And actually you can see from that time that it kind of stables out the figure and the line, but the increasing there isn't really any, and the decline in 2011 till 2015, it's really low and makes one wonder, how are the stakeholders still in the belief of making great money of Amazon? At least based on this figure, you can't really say that anything special would happen and Amazon would be doing investment after another, because you should actually see it somewhere. This is still a 10-year period of really stable profit. So we would say the first problem for Amazon is profitability problem. And this is one of the problems that we need to solve in this case. And the next problem that we have is market competition problem. So what we mean by this is that the Amazon concept itself is not the most unusual one. And there's a lot of similar companies just aiming to get to the same place where Amazon.com is right now. Amazon is strongly connected to its brand value, and if the brand value is lost, so will be the marketplace and most of the stakeholders. Brand value and the prestige of Amazon assures the market leadership and keeps Amazon on top of other companies in this kind of competitive online shop game. But it is also a problem, since if the profitability won't change, the stakeholders will move on, and this will affect the Amazon brand. And if the brand value drops, the kind of market competition, it's going to be harder for Amazon, because without its brand and its value in the market or in the eyes of the stakeholders, it's not going to stay high, because there are people or other companies that's gonna take over the second they can. So important for Amazon is not to lose the trust of the stakeholders, and by then lose the market leader place to even increasing competition. And how are we going to start tackling these problems that we stated out? We have done some analysis of Amazon.com's strengths and weaknesses. We will start out by going through the main 4 strengths that we consider most important for Amazon to tackle tackle these previous problems. And the first strength Amazon has is that it's a multi-product provider. Amazon.com has everything, and it is even manages to ship out everything and not to be on the minus side when it comes to profit, as we saw in the previous figure. And this keeps Amazon as the leader since it has the game going on for all markets and all target markets. So what we mean by this is that since Amazon provides kind of everything for everybody, there isn't a customer that wouldn't get his or her needs kind of wouldn't get something that they would need, because Amazon will provide everything for everybody and ship basically everywhere where there is an internet. And the second strength that we have is that Amazon is extremely easy to use. If you happen to be an Amazon customer and you have the Amazon payments and delivery agreements, all you have to do is basically get your shopping cart to the cashier part and one-click payment policy, and it's done. You get your products, you get it home within an hour or so. You can get it anywhere around the world. If you want it in an hour, you can always get it from the warehouse. Amazon has a lot of warehouses, and then you can look up everything with the most precise search words and so on. So Amazon, it's really easy and it has everything. And the third strength that we have is the brand value that we kind of discussed before. Because Amazon has the brand value that Amazon has is almost irreplaceable. This brand is a seller strength. Since everybody is familiar with the brand, it ends up being the first and last online shop that customer uses. Since Amazon provides basically everything, it is good that it's also the first place where shoppers go to find their products. And Amazon brand is also stronger around the low price mentality, and the buyers on the website will of course end up recommending the page forward. So when you have this kind of a famous popularity with customers, and make sure that you have such a good brand that everybody knows it and will visit your site first. They will probably with the Amazon, because they will find everything they need with good prices and with good delivery times and delivery options. They will end up using this online store and this company. And the last strength that we chose to go with Amazon is that Amazon is a risk taker. Amazon made to the top by taking risks. For example, by being a multi-product provider and choosing to go with investments and growth instead of profit. This insolence and courage will be needed all the way in the future, whatever the plan will be. So it's a really good benefit that Amazon has, that it will go and take risks and try out new things, because you never know what will happen with the competition, and you have to try out everything. And Amazon has proved itself that it will definitely take risks if it's going to take where to the goal that it's actually aiming for. And since we have now the strengths, there always has to be also some weaknesses. So the first one is the same as on the other side, which is the risk taker. Because when it gets too risky without a good plan, then it's not a strength anymore. If you're going to take a risk, you really have to plan it well, because otherwise it will just end up messing everything. So you can take risks as long as you plan well. And after that, we have the concept that Amazon is easy to copy. If it will happen so that Amazon loses its market leadership, there would be a lot of other companies taking its place and expanding the same way that Amazon did. Because it's easy, if you get to the place where Amazon was, you just copy what Amazon did, and bada boom, bada beam, you will be at the same place. It's easy to copy. You just have to get or the other company just needs to get their shot, and they can also make it. Third weakness is the diffuse focus. Amazon provides everything, but there's a weak spot that everything might fall apart, and there are just too many things that need focus. This means that if you provide everything, there's also a big weakness that something might go wrong and you're not able to handle everything. And this is kind of a, can't really say should Amazon keep doing it or not, but it's something that they definitely should focus on, that they don't lose the kind of management skills to focus on all these products and all the things that they are delivering and providing. And the last weakness, or actually question, is that to whom the profit is for. Since there is no significant profitability, then there is the question, who is losing their money? Is it the stakeholder, or is it the staff or the employees? If you want to be the top company, the top leadership, you have to actually give out as much to the stakeholders and to the employees to keep it on the top, because when you have a good surrounding and good support, you will stay in the top. But this, since we don't know about where the profitability is going or the profit is going, it's hard to say, but it's definitely a weakness, because if you don't treat your employees well, they will go somewhere else and take the knowledge with them. So here we have the problems and their strengths and the weaknesses. But what next? So next we have 4 recommendations that could help out the profitability problem as well as the market competition problem for Amazon.com. So first, we recommend that Amazon should focus more on its information sharing. Of course, with certain tactics, not share everything, every single kind of game move, but to state how much is money going to investments and how much they will give out to everybody, etc. And for example, will the investments profit now in somewhere, and so on. And how to do this? Well, it would be easy to just start to make like a website where you have information only for stakeholders, only for the people interested in the investments. Have kind of marketing websites for the new investment. Make it like that people know what's happening and why the investment's made, and make like kind of the current projects profitable with the information sharing. And the next focus that we have is on marketing. There was not much mention about the marketing policies of Amazon, but there was a mention that in the beginning of Amazon, it used only 10% of sales of marketing, only 10% of its sales on marketing, when competition peers used over 100%. So well-planned marketing, at least for the new investments, just to reassure the upcoming profit, would be good, and something that Amazon should focus on. And so based on the low amount of information, the marketing budget should be increased with the investment so that the customers can get the hype about what to wait. Make all the investments special and do not just invest to a project after another. Make the project special. And marketing is an excellent way to do this and make the kind of people know what's happening. And our third recommendation is to focus more on the existing projects. Investments are good, but they are not good if they're done just one investment after another, and that this investment takes out the money from the current projects. So what we suggest that Amazon should give some more focus on the current projects and less on the future ones, just to get their profitability up and the and the stakeholders happy. So more focus on what you're doing and not in the future. And our last recommendation is to have supportive projects. What I mean, or what we mean by this, is that if you're going to have an investment, you can also make it in a way that it actually gives something to the current project or the current product or whatever is going on. that you kind of have them going complementary. So when you have something marketing going to the future, it also benefits the project that you're selling at the moment. And this also works in the other way around, that if you have a project now and you want to put marketing on that one, it also supports the upcoming project. So make it linked up to each other, and this way you will make kind of just better money, and you reassure that the project that you're making is actually going to be profitable and people are going to be interested about it and they want to continue buying kind of that line of products. And this is pretty much what we have. I hope that somebody in Amazon will watch this video. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed and you got some really nice new ideas or information about this. But otherwise, I would say case solved, and thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.